Getting that fresh, brother.
A lot of love.
Yeah, a lot of love. It's dope. But hey, you know why? I'll tell you why I'm getting a lot of love. Because people are used to having people in the media who come from a certain background. And 10 people can look at the same thing and they'll have 10 ways of telling you about it. And for the first time in a long time, maybe we're having people report on stuff who have backgrounds different from what the media has always had. Right. Maybe my background isn't what if you look at the reporters, and it's no shade, there's a certain homogeneity, there's a certain commonness, there's a certain oneness amongst traditional media outlets. I'm not that, so maybe that's why I'm saying different shit. Maybe I'm not biased. Maybe people all of a sudden calling me biased ought to change their perspective.
There's a lot of biased media groups out right now that are attending this trial right now, right?
Yeah, they made this a case about finding blame to assign to a victim. Criminal law is not a place where you find someone to blame every time you have a victim. A victim does not require blame be assigned on someone. Criminal law, the entire closing statement, you heard the entire closing statement was about how she feels, what it's done to her, about who is to blame for the horrors that have happened to her.
Wow.
No one's here to talk about that. There's no disagreement about that.
It's about that.
Who the hell is disputing that there's a victim?
Who shot who?
Everyone
and how?
agrees there's a victim. But when you talk about the proceedings here today, the sacrosanct four walls that the prosecutor discussed, those sacrosanct four walls belong to the defendant. He has the presumption of innocence. Within those four walls, until proven guilty, he is innocent. And the rush to judgment from traditional media outlets to convict him, at the same time call me biased, is the exact same thing that the prosecution does when they gaslight the defense, saying all this stuff about, you know, it's George Floyd. That's why she didn't want to say anything because of George Floyd. That explains all her lies. So you know what? Hold that, keep that, give that to someone else.
Right.
And if you're mad, stay mad.